The day is finally upon us. The Conjuring house is finally going up for auction on Halloween, October 31st. The unthinkable has finally happened. I know it's been some time since we talked about the Conjuring house, so I thought, hey, let's just do a quick little recap of what happened and why I just went downhill. I don't know if you guys remember, but back in August, I believe of last year, is when Brian Dansera was actually accused and fired of stealing money from like the cash box by the Conjuring house owner, the current owner. And because of that, they actually did go to court and they were trying to see like the outcome of that. But allegedly John Arnold and alleged ghost had told her that he had been stealing money when he was working there. That's why she had fired him back in the day. Kind of started off from there. That kind of blew up and then everyone found out about that. After that, a lot of people were like booking nights to do an investigation, go to the Conjuring house. They would pay this money, show up, and then sometimes they weren't even allowed in. Sometimes they were investigating and then told to leave, things like that. To this day, I don't know if they got their money back yet, but there was just so much like stuff that happened surrounding the Conjuring house. She was harassing a lot of people, and someone that we all know pretty well would be Jason Hawes, where he actually had to get a no contact order from her because the harassment, the text messages, the emails, everything was just really bad. She was even charged with like a DUI back a few months ago, or I think it was end of last year is when it happened. Shortly after that, the Burryville opted out of renewing her owner's entertainment license, so she could not be operating there. She could not be allowing people to come in anymore. So from then, I feel like it just got really quiet. No one had heard anything, seen anything really. She hadn't really like posted anything. After all the harassment stopped, it just kind of dwindled down and we hadn't really heard anything up until yesterday, technically. So here's the actual news article that I saw today in the morning. Trick or treat, the Conjuring house listed for auction on Halloween. The Rhode Island farmhouse, made famous by the supernatural blockbuster The Conjuring, has been listed for auction on none other than Halloween. I mean, what better day, right? The antique homestead in the rural town of Burrville has been listed on the auctioneer website, J. Manning Auctioneers, under mortgagees foreclosure auction, which is typically a public sale where a lender sells a property because a borrower has defaulted on their mortgage payments. So we all knew there were some things. Some people weren't getting paid. Some people that were actually employees there hadn't gotten paid in a while. So don't know if that even has been resolved. I really don't know. I know what was the beginning of the year, I think Elton Castee had actually even said, hey, like I'll pay those fees if anything is like outdated that hasn't been paid. I'm open for buying the Conjuring house, you know, like I've already sent an email. I wouldn't be surprised if he does, you know, put in an auction bid. But yeah, it's basically been the auction, which was confirmed by town officials on Friday, is scheduled on the website for October 31st, which is Halloween. Like I said, it's really, I'm happy that this is happening because I honestly didn't know if this day would ever come. She made it very clear that she was not going to be selling, or she was not open to selling the house. So I'm hoping that, you know, the next owner takes care of it, fixes up what it's got to be fixed up, and, you know, we like people can go back and see. I know there's a lot of like, is it even haunted? Is the house really haunted? Like all the history and things like that, specifically in the paranormal. But I think like regardless, it is kind of like, I don't know, like if I had the opportunity, I would love to go to the Conjuring house and then just investigate, see everything, right? Whether it's haunted or not. I think just being able to have that speculation myself, but I really do hope the next owners take care of it. So let's look at the auctioneer site, J. Manning Auctioneers. So this is the actual site, and then these are some of the pictures that they put on there. Request updates on this property. So just a few of their pictures on there. Like it's very nice. Look, the Raggedy Ann doll. Yeah, just some of the pictures there. So it came to a shock to me. The Conjuring house, as we know, it's going to be going for auction Friday, October 31st, 11 a.m. And then, like they said, it's a mortgagee's foreclosure auction. And let's see, this antique farmhouse has become famous for historical paranormal sightings and activity. In 2013, Warner Brothers released The Conjuring, which was based off true paranormal events that occurred at the subject residence with the parent family in the 1970s. I feel like you do have to remember it's loosely based off of paranormal events, right? And since the original film, 7+ additional movies have been released by Warner Brothers New Line Cinema, which has resulted in the Conjuring franchise becoming the most successful horror movie franchise in history. And like I had mentioned earlier, the newest film was actually released yesterday. So they announced the Conjuring house owner is going up for auction, and then the newest movie has also gone up. 10% certified deposit, of which $25,000 by cash, certified or bank check due at the auction, and remainder of 10% due within 2 business days, 30 days to close, other terms if any to be announced at the sale. Announcements or changes made by the auction block or within the purchase agreement take precedence over any previously printed material or oral statement made. So it is confirmed that it will be going up for auction. I'm very curious to see if possibly Elton Castee and Matt Rife are interested in buying it. I mean, Elton did actually mention it. Matt wasn't there during that live stream, but I know Elton did mention that he was very much still open to considering buying the Conjuring house if it did ever go on sale. He just said it was kind of a dream, I guess, he had, where he has the Warren Museum, and then imagine also owning the Conjuring house. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he does put in an auction bid, but hey, I really hope for the best. I guess we'll just have to wait and see who the new owners are, or owner. I'm curious to see who actually does put like an auction bid. I have even seen some comments in like the Reddit threads and stuff like that where they're saying hopefully it's not Zach Bagans, but I mean, it is the Conjuring house, so we'll kind of see what happens. And funny enough, I just think it's insane. The Conjuring movie came out yesterday, and I had seen images or like reels and stuff like that where they literally had priests coming in to bless people before watching the Conjuring movie, The Last Rites. Like, that is insane. You can see the priest, he has the holy water, the Conjuring, like Annabelle, come on, like, yeah. So I am curious, like, were they really worried that people were gonna get possessed while watching the movie, or is it possible that maybe it's just a publicity stunt? Like, because I'm telling you, like, there being a priest there while people, like, right before people are gonna go watch the movie is like insane to me. But hey, I guess we'll see what actually happens to the Conjuring house, right? Wish nothing but the best of the house, and I really do hope they have better owners that actually take care of it, because who knows when was the last time that it was actually taken care of. I don't know if it's currently being taken care of, so I really do hope for the best.